And action.
We're on live.
Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Recreate's Creative Corner. If you haven't joined us previously, you're very, very welcome. It's great to have you here. Let's do a quick recap before we get started. So over the last few videos, we have started on a creative journey, a bit of a process. We don't really know where we're going. We have ideas, but we don't know what the end outcome will be, if any at all. So we have looked at shapes and looked at working together in collaborative pieces. We've kind of been focusing around circles. We came up with a piece all together here, which is based on circles and stuff like that, and I thought was very reminiscent of The Little Prince. Now, while we were making this, and I added in some extra wool there for a bit of texture, while we were making this, we started to realise that it looked like we could be, instead of making a picture that went on a wall, we could be making a scene. And what I mean by scene is something that might be theatre-based, this might be a backdrop to a play or a puppet show, or inspiration for maybe an album cover or something like that. So sky's the limit with where this could potentially go. We have a lot of, we get a lot of boxes in from, caught my tablecloth. Get a lot of boxes in from Keelings, and also you might find these in your supermarkets as well. And I actually thought that this could be the potential start of making a theatre scene, and you could make puppets up and tell stories to each other. There's a great tradition within Ireland and internationally as well of storytelling, and I think that's a really important way of like coming together. It also gives you a little bit, you use your imagination and you step away from being fed stories maybe through the television and start to creatively come up with your own. So with this in mind and feeling like this is kind of like a space scene, I grabbed some more cards and thought that we could start building using the box as like to hold things up, and also because it's kind of a bit of fun reusing these boxes in a different way. So we're not using them for storage, we're not using them for, oh, my paper's a little bit big. Want me to go this way?
Yeah, so kind of like when you do your shopping, sometimes when you forget your bag for life, you might take a box like this to bring it home with.
And it's highly likely that you would take a box like this.
Yeah.
So you could use in the kind. I was thinking about maybe having this coming out the side like this.
Oh yeah.
So you would have two pieces on each side, like kind of giving a sort of a curved stage sort of feel. But then while I've been pasting the card in here, I noticed that with the handles here, you could almost put characters in the side here.
Coming inside stage.
Coming inside stage.
Yeah.
For any of you budding lighting designers or any of you theatre designers, this could be a bit of fun to be able to make something together. We thought maybe we could use. You could also use, if you've done anything like these, hanging bits like this, which could be, they almost look like a bit like a spotlight, or they look like planets to go with the space circular theme. And then we also thought about hanging different things. You know what a fan of hanging I am. So if you have any of the gold card, or maybe you have some tin foil at home, you could cut shapes out and hang them from the top. There's so many things that you could do with this as well. So even in the front there, you could have a curved piece of fabric that could be like the flooring for your planet. And then you could pretend to put on little spotlights as though they're lighting up your stage set. The other thing that I would like to do, which might be, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. With these guys here that look like kind of like trees, you might start to make some planetary foliage as well, or planetary plants. So what is your planet? Like, well, who lives on your planet? Does plant life grow on your planet? I'm going to say my planet grows plant life. So I'm going to cut a bit of tubing here. And then from my box of tricks at the back here, we're going to say that this is a carnivorous tree. And it eats bug life, but you could start to add three-dimensional parts into your scene. What other things could we make out of? We have this really cool sand, which is came from one of our suppliers. It was used in their windows. It's actually, you could start putting down almost, you could start putting down, I was thinking like flour, I was thinking like salt, peppercorns. You could use some of the herbs and spices that you might have at home. Some of the herbs and spices that you might have at home and start to add some different textures into the front here. Which is kind of cool, isn't it? I love that. You could also, if you, you could also add additional textures onto your scene at the back here as well. I think that will do us for now. Let us know how you're getting on. For the next video, we might do a little bit of a curveball and make some games up, but we're thinking about making characters to go into our theatre scene that we're making here. So until then, we'll leave you to it. Any questions, feel free to get in touch with us, and sure, we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.